accepting the part that makes me feel guilty so that I can choose to stand for myself. So today I want to dive a little bit deeper into the guilt, because what I've been hearing is that people may be talking about how their family are forcing them to get married to someone that they don't want, or their parents are being against who they're dating, or they may be against the choice of workplace or school place that we have chosen for ourselves, and yet they want us to choose something else that in their mind is better for us. One of the things that is very easy for them to do is, I have sacrificed all of myself for you. I've given you financial support. I have given you all the time and effort and energy. Why aren't you doing what I want? Why aren't you following my advice? And so the guilt comes because of the idea that I'm failing my mom, I'm failing my dad, I am not a good child, I'm not a good daughter, I'm not a good son, I'm not a good child. If you are in this position, I want you to know that you are not alone, because this feeling of guilt is so huge and is not comfortable at all. For me, guilt feels like there is this huge heaviness that goes from my heart down to my stomach, that hangs down into my stomach, and it feels like I am not good enough for my parents, that I have failed and disappointed my parents. And this feeling is very difficult to accept, because the thought that creates this feeling seems so true to me. It feels like it is the fact that I am a bad daughter, I am not good enough, I'm disappointing everyone, and so it causes this feeling. So this whole situation is not pleasant in the body. How I usually lead my clients through the guilt is to identify their sentence within the head. So for me, it's very straightforward. I am not a good daughter. And for some people, it may be something else. I have disappointed my parents, I've failed my parents, etc. So if you're to think about your situation, if you want to identify that sentence, the question is, what is the worst thing they can say about you? And that would go right through your heart. And once you have identified that question, then the next step is to feel that feeling of guilt. And as I said, the guilt for me just feels this heavy weight that's weighs down from my chest to my stomach, and that's guilt for me. And so how would you describe guilt feels like for you? So is it like a moving sensation? Where in your body does it happen? Is it from your head down to your shoulders? Is it down in the pit of your stomach? Where exactly it is? Describe it, locate it, and then once you locate it, then set a timer of 5 to 10 minutes to just sit with the feeling. Wow, I feel very guilty, and this is how it feels like. And I'll just let myself feel through this. And you may be tempted to stop, you may be tempted to look away, but allow yourself this few minutes to actually feel it. And just say, hey, I see you. Hey, I understand that this is how guilt feels like. And then once the time is up, ask yourself, can I accept that sentence from step 1? Can I accept the fact that I am a bad daughter? What about you? Can I accept the fact that I did disappoint my parents? Can I accept the fact that I did fail my parents? And here's the reason for that. Because once I can accept the fact that I am a bad daughter, then I can ask myself, do I rather be a good daughter and follow my parents' advice, or do I want to be a bad daughter and do what's best for me in my heart? Do I rather want to please my parents so that they're proud of me, or would I rather disappoint them so that I can go after what I want? And it only works, this choice only really comes after you allow yourself to feel the guilt. Because if you're too afraid to sit through that guilt, then you'll always try to push this feeling away. You'll always try to think of some excuses or blame your parents for forcing this decision on you. The main idea is they are forcing the decision on you, and at the same time you do have a choice. Your choice is, hey, I am not willing to settle for pleasing them. I am choosing to be a bad daughter. I'm choosing to disappoint them. Even though I am a bad daughter, even though I'm disappointing them, I'm choosing myself. And so this is where you can see that you are in choice. You can in fact choose. It's just that it's going to be uncomfortable. But once you allow yourself to sit in the discomfort, then this decision is a lot easier to choose, because you've already allowed yourself to sit in the discomfort. So I invite you to give that a try. It is the hardest thing. This is one of the hardest things to do, and yet this is so important because of our fear, of our resistance to sit with the negative, the uncomfortable feeling. So give it a try. If you have tried it and if it doesn't really work, or if you would like other people to help you with it, book a time with me, and I'm more than willing to go through this with you. And I'll also be giving you more tools so that you can stand for you. Stepping up and standing up for you and speaking up for you against people you love is very difficult. And yet it is so necessary, because this is for your own growth. This is where you get to be who you really are, because there's only one you. If you keep listening to your parents, if you keep complying with the decisions, you will always be led by the nose. And later on, you will start resenting them. But as you dig deeper, the person that you're really resenting is not them. Is resenting yourself for not standing for you. So that's why I am here to offer you these videos, these tips and tricks. And I'm also here if you would like someone to walk alongside you so that we can do this together, because this journey is a difficult journey to walk through, and yet you don't have to do it on your own. So book a time with me, or you can send me any questions. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.